England and Miami close out the regular season. The Dolphins hope to split the series for the 5th straight year, while the Patriots look for the sweep. It's Week 18, and it's coming up.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Miami. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Dolphins.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. So it was the pass passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Jones throwing on and pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Tua throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So that challenge, a successful one. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Jones now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCoy. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. This is Gaskin on the carry. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Here's Gaskin. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Steps away to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dietrich Wise, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finding Gaskin underneath. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing Jones. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Gaskin again on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Gunnar Olszewski deep for New England. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the give, this is Harris. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Tua. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Dancing to his left.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And it's picked up by the Patriots. Tough end of that play. He had his eyes on that first down marker, but he lost his luggage along the way.
Left it behind, so to speak. I like your analogy there, but here's the key. As he's maneuvering, as he's picking up the first down, as he's gaining yardage, what's the one thing he forgot about?
Ball security.
Exactly. Everything else working perfectly, and he forgot the most important piece.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. A first update now out of Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes with defense...
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Jones on third down. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Oh, I know how I feel.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. On 2nd and 7, Jones. It's caught, Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run with Gaskin.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Out left to Shaheen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The kick by Sanders is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll set up to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the air. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding a big target for the touchdown, and that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get to the end zone as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New England trying to get a place on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jones throw there complete to Myers. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to shake him off. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones. He's got Smith here. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going forward here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Miami set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Hard throw, incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot, now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Here's Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this is taken in at the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for New England. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Gaskin again on 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they take a knee.
Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for